What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now, I'd like to give you guys my thoughts on Expedition Bigfoot Season 2, Episode 9. And man, did they lean into the whole paranormal side of Bigfoot in this one. I believe that was even in the title. Like it was like the title of the episode was Paranormal Bigfoot or something like that. And boy, did they lean into that. So they get a thermal of something that looks like a upright walking thing in the woods, and it's got these orbs, these 5 orbs over its head, and they keep the thermal on this thing until finally it disappears. Like the thermal of this big thing disappears, and they're like, "What does this even mean?" And then you know they start talking about, well, actually, Bigfoot has a history of having orbs over his head. And actually, there's a history of seeing orbs when you see Bigfoot. And actually, and then they flash back to Oregon Season 1 when they saw orbs. I've never been real big into this idea of Bigfoot being a paranormal entity. I get it. A lot of people are. A lot of people think that like Bigfoot can jump dimensions, whatever the case may be. And I'm somebody that I've got a certain level of potential belief in dimensions. But I don't know for sure that I believe in dimensions. I'm just saying I potentially do. I'm open to the idea, but I've always kind of gotten lost when people say, well, yeah, Bigfoot he can jump dimensions. It's fine. It's fine. He can open up a dimensional portal, go through, and then he can just come right back. It's cool. He's got that ability. He's Bigfoot. I'm like, okay, man. Okay. I hear you. Okay. And you lose me. And they lost me in this episode a little bit. In this episode, they were talking about, well, you know, Bigfoot, if he could make his fur go in a certain direction, he might be able to refract light in such a way that he could be invisible. And I'm like, okay, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But okay. So now the Bigfoot is the predator. And I've never seen any kind of proof that there's any kind of organic being that can turn invisible at will. Yeah, there's translucent beings that are just translucent. There's beings that can change their color to blend in with their environment, but I've never heard of a being that can refract light to where they can't be seen. It's taken mankind. I mean, they're talking about now, it's not science fiction anymore. See, we can refract light with prisms and make something that's behind it become invisible. I hear you. I understand the concept behind refracting light to make something behind it invisible. I get that concept. But I don't get the concept of an animal having complete control of its fur to be able to situate that fur in a way where it's refracting light and becoming invisible. I don't feel that. I just don't feel that. I don't feel the idea of Bigfoot crouching down, putting his hand over his head like this, and then poof, he's gone. I don't feel it. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, this episode kind of lost me. Sure, it was entertaining. I was entertained at these theories of Bigfoot being the predator. I just don't feel like it's really based in reality. Now, I will say that seeing the government helicopters flying over the area where they're in, that's intriguing. Of course that's intriguing. Especially after the story that they got that led them to Oregon or Washington or wherever they're at. So that was intriguing. It was a nice way to end the episode. We'll see what's going on next episode, probably. But yeah, they lost me with the whole orb thing and the whole turning invisible thing. I just don't feel that if Bigfoot's out there, he's an animal, and he's not the predator. He's not like, and he's gone. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that Bigfoot could be a predator where he's just changes the direction that his fur is facing and he's invisible? I don't know. What do you think? You think that the orbs are closely related to Bigfoot? I don't know. I know a lot of people in the Bigfoot community think that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Hey, I really, really, really like these Bigfoot shows. They're really entertaining, and that's what I watch them for, is entertainment. I would love for somebody to catch one day. And I would love for it to be somebody on the show. On a show, whether it's this or Finding Bigfoot or something else. I would love that. I'm not going to hold my breath. But what did you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your take on it. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content, and I want to make sure you're up to date with everything that I'm doing. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the Oki Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.